To get started on our veggie fresh rolls, we're going to first start by cutting open our avocado. We want to julienne all of our veggies for the spring rolls, so we're going to first start by taking the avocado out of the shell and thinly slicing it like so. Once that is done, you can set it aside and start on another veggie, such as your cucumber. I love using cucumber in spring rolls. I like to take the skin off so it looks really nice and has a better texture. And so we're just going to julienne this as well. We're going to do half of a cucumber here, depending on how many spring rolls you want. I'm making a lot at the moment, so that's why I'm using half of a large cucumber. We're also going to be slicing some bell pepper. I like using a red bell pepper for color, but you can use any color you like. And now we're adding in some mango. Make sure you cut this properly by cutting around the core, not through it, like an avocado. And then we're going to also thinly slice it inside the shell, and then we're going to take it out with our knife or a spoon. This is a super fun way to cut open your mango as well. You can also use a cup method where you put the shell with the mango slices over a cup and it can easily slide them out. Okay, so now moving on to our carrot, we're just going to julienne it. We're probably going to need a few carrots, but I'm just exampling one here. And we're just going to slice it really thinly like I am doing here. Alright, so that is it for our veggies. We also are going to be using some mint and lettuce, but we don't need to prep those. So now we're moving on to our tofu sauce, which is just agave syrup, tamari, sesame oil, and rice wine vinegar. Okay, so now I'm using half a block of tofu here. You can use a whole block as well. Then I'm using strips of it, and I used extra firm that was already pressed when I got it out of the package, so it can cook really nice and crispy like so. And then I'm pouring on the sauce after cooking it in oil for 4 or 5 minutes on each side. That way the tofu is really crispy, and once the sauce is absorbed, it kind of becomes like a teriyaki tofu. And so now we're moving on to our actual dipping sauce for the spring roll, which is peanut butter, garlic powder, ginger powder. We're going to give that a good mix before we add in our agave syrup or maple syrup. Both are great here. I couldn't find maple syrup at the moment in the store, so I got agave. But both are fine. And then I'm also going to be adding in our rice wine vinegar here, as well as some tamari. You can also use soy sauce if you are not gluten-free or don't really mind it being higher sodium even. I like to use a 50% less sodium tamari just to be healthier. And then I'm also adding in juice from half a lime just for some extra citrus flavor. I really like lime in my peanut sauce. This is like a new thing I started doing, so I highly suggest it. And then I also love adding some coconut milk. I think it really makes this sauce authentic versus a lot of other ones that I've tried. So really give this a shot with the coconut milk. Okay, so now once we add in all those ingredients, I just whisked it all together in a measuring cup, poured it into a bowl to dip, and then I topped it with some crushed red bell pepper flakes just for some color, a little scoop of the coconut cream, and a lime wedge just to make it pretty. So now we're going to go ahead and roll our spring rolls. We're going to dip our rice paper in some warm water so it is nice and soft. We only have to do that for a couple of seconds. Then we can add in all of our toppings, including the ones that we prepped, the tofu, the lettuce, the mint, the rice noodles, and then we're going to fold it like a burrito where we put each side in and then we wrap it. And you can just give this a shot. Usually the packages of rice paper come with a lot, so if you mess up the first couple times, that's perfectly fine. It happens. But definitely play around with this. This is a super fun lunch, dinner, or snack idea, and they're super healthy, and I hope you give it a try. Thank you.